In this episode, listen as Caleb Callahan, President and Chief Operating Officer of Valmark, gives an update on RIA 5.0, a compilation of initiatives launched in January 2018 focused on strategic innovation within Valmark's RIA business.
Earlier this year, I sent each of you a personal note updating you on our RIA 5.0 initiative. Given the significant interest in this topic, I thought it would be helpful to expound on this initiative, the accomplishments we've made thus far, and our bold plans for the future together. So let me start our conversation by taking us back to the beginning. In early 2018, I sent out an executive summary of the RIA 5.0 strategy outlining why such a strategy was necessary. Let me recap 3 of its key points. First, recent studies by Charles Schwab, Cirilli & Associates, and Tiburon Research all consistently support the notion that increases in regulation, competition, and technology will both drive down fees and increase consumer demands of investment advisors. Second, this fee compression will force us to become more efficient in our businesses if we want to stay profitable. The increase in consumer demands will likely take the form of clients expecting more services for less money and insisting that we offer greater automation and simplicity with doing business with us. Third and finally, in a then-recent Barron's piece, Karen Barr, CEO of the Investment Advisor Association, put it this way, quote, "The infrastructure needed to run a registered investment advisor is really much greater now than it was many years ago. The environment is simply more complex." End quote. So it was for these 3 reasons, among others, Valmark decided to address these changes head-on, rather than wait for them to happen to us. We have made strategic decisions like this before in the RIA. Examples include launching TOPS long before ETF portfolios were a mainline investment vehicle, or separating the RIA from the broker-dealer as 2 separate entities to maximize flexibility under varying regulations, and building out goals-based planning processes that help alleviate fee compression and add true value for clients. Following on this proven history of innovation in the RIA business, we decided to call this next phase of strategic innovation Valmark's RIA 5.0 initiative, the 5.0 standing for each of the 5 key elements of the strategy. They are, number 1, making significant capital investments. Number 2, enhancing the technology and resources. 3, increasing investment choices. 4, lowering investment fees. And 5th and finally, reducing paperwork and new business requirements. So with this background and overview of the RIA 5.0 strategy, let me update you on what we've accomplished so far and what we plan to accomplish in the near future. I'll review each area one at a time. First, making significant capital investments. Last year, we committed to make a $2.5 million capital investment into our infrastructure, technology, and platforms over 5 years. The purpose of this investment is 100% focused on providing you better tools, services, and overall value. We made this investment in 2018, and we will continue to make it for the next 4 years. While this first piece of the RIA 5.0 strategy is straightforward and simple, it's not easy. Sure, it's easy to find ways to spend money, but ensuring we are investing in the right way is difficult. The old proverb, "all that glitters is not gold," comes to mind. There are plenty of technology providers claiming to have the single platform that simplifies everything. In fact, over 4,000 fintech vendors will attend this year's T3 conference, all claiming to have the latest and greatest platform. Our commitment to you is to prudently research all of the available solutions, how they integrate together, and ensure we can provide ongoing support to them so that the end result and the cumulative effect is a game-changing solution for you and your clients. Number 2, enhancing our technology and resources. Expanding the role of technology is the primary focus of our capital expenditures. We have contracted with the leading technology providers and integrated them directly into our solutions. In the last 12 months, We have put together enterprise deals exclusively for the benefit of Valmark member firms with the investment proposal and risk assessment software, Riskalyze. We've negotiated a deal to allow for direct and compliance-approved texting with clients. But perhaps the biggest enhancement is the national deal we signed with eMoney, which I hope every member firm is taking advantage of. I cannot imagine anything more important in this new environment than getting all of your clients' holdings aggregated in one place and able to be accessed with ease. In addition to the deals signed with third-party vendors, we've made significant investments in our own system, MyCase. The vision of MyCase is for it to be the single hub for the entire life cycle of your investment and insurance cases. By entire life cycle, I mean from pre-sale proposal and design to implementation and paperwork, and ultimately on through pending and approval of the business. MyCase is designed to be the single hub that navigates the entire business process seamlessly. And in addition, we're not done enhancing our technology offerings. In 2019, you will be able to use e-signature for both new business and service items across multiple custodians. All forms required for investment new business will be able to be processed electronically via MyCase. We have invested and will continue to invest substantial resources into enhancing our technology offerings because, in short, we believe the expansion of technology to create a simple user interface is the most important value we can offer to consumers. The Amazons and Netflixes of the world have forever reshaped consumer expectations for convenience, simplicity, and on-demand service. In fact, if given the choice between expanded investment choices, i.e. more products on the shelf, or simpler user interface, I believe the RIA of the future should choose simple and efficient user experience every time if we want to succeed long term. And so we are investing significant dollars to this end. Number 3, increasing investment choices. While I personally believe that less is more when it comes to product offerings, and that simple user experience trumps more choice, I do recognize that there is a threshold level of choice or optionality that must be achieved in order to run a successful RIA. So in the past 12 months, we have expanded our offerings to include an Access Direct program featuring American funds on a fee-based platform. We also launched the program Valmark Wealth Solutions, or VWS Flex, which is a model-based portfolio offering that allows for dialing up or down certain sectors or sleeves of the portfolio. In addition, this year we will expand our offerings even more to include VWS Hedged Equity, which will enable you to offer your clients model portfolios with the opportunity to build in hedging protection strategies. We also plan to offer expanded third-party money managers with an enhanced version of Access Direct, expanding on the success of the American Funds platform. We also plan to launch a fee-based variable annuity that offers lifetime income riders. And finally, by this summer, we plan to expand our retirement plans offering by launching a turnkey solution where Valmark will serve as a 338 fiduciary, which we believe will be an industry-leading solution in the 401k market. So while I believe that if forced to choose, user experience is more important than choice, we are committed to enhancing both items in a major way. Number 4, lowering investment fees. In the past 12 months, we lowered the fees and AUM requirements for TOPS Core. We also were able to negotiate an enterprise e-money contract that can save you on average 40% off the street price of e-money software. In the days ahead, we are committed to finding even more ways to keep our investment program costs down, and we are excited about new offerings and pricing we plan to roll out in an expanded Access Direct program that we will launch later this year. Number 5, reducing paperwork and new business requirements. We are committed to fully integrating and streamlining account setup and servicing. In the past few months, we have reduced the amount of paperwork required to set up an advisory account by almost 50%. We have also simplified broker-dealer account paperwork including the liquidation addendum. In early 2019, we have plans for additional operational streamlining. An example of this will be the elimination of the need for a separate investment policy addendum. The result will be a single form and a single signature required for the new account opening process with advisory business. In short, we plan to continuously monitor and measure our paperwork requirements. We want to balance our regulatory duties with practical and reasonable approaches for doing business. You have my word that two of our key leaders, Chris Finnefrock and Judson Forner, are committed to continuously making things simpler for you and your clients to do business with us. Well, I hope this overview of our RIA 5.0 strategy, both where we have been and where we are going, is helpful to you. I'd like to leave you with a few closing thoughts. First, one of our most difficult challenges is informing you and your team of all the changes we are making. On one hand, we do not want to inundate you with too much information. On the other hand, we want to keep you informed of what, admittedly, are frequent and necessary changes. So I ask for your help in making sure your staff is aware and educated on all these new and exciting policies, procedures, and expanded solutions. Second, we've developed an RIA 5.0 scorecard, which is a one-page summary of most of what I discussed today. If you or your team is not familiar with this piece, please call or email Kristen Finnefrock to receive a copy. Third and finally, if you are not using the member office firm-level scorecard, including the investment operations fitness report, designed to assess how your team is doing operationally compared to peer firms, I encourage you to begin using it. Also, in 2019, we are expanding the member office scorecard to a second page. It will not only report on all of your production numbers, grid levels, and member sabbatical qualifications, it will also provide an extensive list of Valmark resources and how well your firm is using these tools compared to your peers. I think this enhancement will help ensure you are fully leveraging the value with which we are committed to offering and serving you. Well, I hope this update has been helpful. I'm excited about all these changes and enhancements we have made and will continue to make together. We are committed to having an industry-leading RIA built to thrive both today and beyond. And while much of our world is being disrupted, I am confident we will be among those left standing together. My best wishes to each of you and for a prosperous